Meanwhile, earlier this week, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley got into a yelling match with a former Biden administration official over so-called two-spirit safe spaces. Take a look.
Here's what you say we ought to invest in. Instead of funding the police, here's what we ought to invest in. We need to invest in programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people. What's two-spirit?
Well, look, I don't know exactly. You guys are pulling some interesting quotes.
This is from your report. You say don't fund the police, but do fund programs that create safe spaces for two-spirit people. What is? I just want to know. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
Well, I honestly, I'm not completely aware of the language or
you
the
wrote
spirit
the
of how that was
report.
written. But what I'm telling you is that what
is a two-spirit individual? I mean, really, this is your policymaker's playbook. You are the witness called by the Democrats on this committee, so I assume you reflect their views. Well, you don't want to fund the police. You want to fund safe spaces for two-spirit individuals. What is a two-spirit person?
I feel like I'm looking at a two-faced individual because you talk about reducing
violence. Oh, no, sir.
Violence.
You're looking at somebody who's reading you your own words, and I'd like to hear an answer.
I still don't get it. Senator Josh Hawley, Missouri, is with us. All right. Well, you were there. Can you explain it? Because I still don't get it.
No, I can't explain it. They can't explain it. But here's the real fact of the matter, Sean. They know exactly what they're doing. They did it the last 4 years. They took money away from cops. They took money away from ICE. They took money away from law enforcement. And what did they spend it on in blue city after blue city? This kind of gobbledygook garbage, this safe spaces, this hold your hand, kumbaya, two-spirit, trans this and that. And then they wonder why our cities are in shambles. And they sit there and throw stones at Donald Trump as he sends in the National Guard to restore order. He's doing the right thing. They're doing the crazy thing. They're responsible for what's happening. They still can't admit it, and we cannot allow them to get by with it.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the Schumer shutdown and the implications of this. I want you to address the big lie, because the legacy media mob, Democrats, they want the American people to believe something is not true. Oh, no, we're not doing this to help provide funding for health care for illegals. Can you set the record straight?
Absolutely. It's in the Senate Democrats' own bill that they've already voted for twice this week, Sean. They're going to vote for it again tomorrow. Here's what it does. It says all of the rules prohibiting Medicaid and other funding from going to illegals that Donald Trump just signed into law earlier this year will be repealed. So that means that the illegals can get right back on the state Medicaid rolls, right back on the state health care rolls. They know it. They want it. This is what Democrats want to spend money on. And get this, they would rather deny pay to our military servicemen and women. They would rather deny health care to our veterans than deny health care to illegals. They want to give money to illegals so bad, they will shut down the entire government to do it. Sean, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
All right. How does this play out? How does this end? What is their off-ramp? Do you see, I guess the checks will stop going out in the middle of the month. Does it extend out a couple of weeks here? They'll still get paid. Or, at some point they're going to have to give in. That's the way it works.
Yeah, well, what's going to happen is reality is going to set in. I think their constituents are going to go to them, normal, hardworking people, and they're going to say, wait a minute. I can't now go and apply to get onto Medicare. I can't go if I'm a veteran. I'm going to go to the VA and they're going to tell me services aren't available. But you Democrats are sitting up there in Congress doing nothing but getting paid. I think the public is not going to have it. Everybody's still paying taxes, Sean, but their government isn't open. But the Democrats are getting paid. It's insane. I think the public won't have it. And I think pretty soon here people are going to demand that they stop this foolishness, which is what it is. They give up their petty games and they get back to work. And that's the big thing here. They don't want to work. They need to get back to work right now.
When you find out the meaning of two-spirit, will you please come back and help educate our audience?
I'll let you know.
I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around it. Senator Josh Hawley,
you and me both.
Thank you.